Somebody was asking me about what? It's freaking out. Somebody was asking me about a strong neodymium magnet, which I guess I don't really have a crazy strong one, but the one I've got should be strong enough. Yeah, so you can see it does influence. All right, so you got it deflecting downward one with one polarity, and it'll deflect upward with the other polarity. So if you had a strong enough one, you might be able to get it to do some cool stuff. That's pretty cool. That's what it does when I turn the gate down. Cut it back up. Kind of starts wigging out like that. Actually, see, while it's doing that, with the gate voltage down a little bit, it's pulling about that 50 watts or so. Bounces around. When I cut it up a little bit, starts doing that. Pulls a little bit less. Yeah, it does sound kind of weird. Yeah, that thing gets pretty bright with the lights off. I mean, if you're trying to look at it with the, like a bright room, it's not all that impressive. But you cut the lights down, that thing looks, in person, looks pretty good. On camera, again, it kind of exaggerates the brightness. I can sort of zoom in on it. Yeah, it looks like that, but brighter in person, which is pretty cool. Yeah, but this thing is getting hot. Yep, this bulb is getting hot. That's also kind of cool. Camera really didn't pick it up, but it kind of looks like beads. Huh. Increasing or decreasing the distance between those wires, so I need to kind of get those fixed, but then I'll be able to pick it up, move it around a little bit more. Huh. Yeah, eventually loses it. So you can see actually, as far as, yeah, so as far as quote kickstarting it just in general, I suppose you can do it like that. Um, okay, so yeah, that's how it's done, except with this particular tuning on here. Okay, so I got it that time. Okay, so there you go. That's more or less, I guess, how you can kickstart it. So you basically give it the good old wrist snap. That's pretty cool. Because man, I was getting tired of grabbing this Tesla coil gun over and over. Hmm. So I guess you can sort of see that. I mean, there's a lot of tiny little variations. Just all depending on the size of your globe, the current, the frequency, the shape of the primary. The shape of the primary relative to the globe, how exactly it's sitting down in there, how the toroid's gonna swing around and interact with the magnetic fields and whatnot. I mean, you can clearly see that it all depends. It's gonna act funky, or it might not act funky, but just the general way this is set up, you can see whenever it kind of reaches over a certain region, starts wigging out a little bit, which I think is kind of cool. The fact that it kind of moves around, if you have the lights off, it just kind of throws light different directions. It's just got a pretty cool appearance to it. And I've tried this a couple times, kind of show more what it really looks. Let's see. Trying to get the brightness to go down. I mean, that's kind of more what it looks like. It's a little bit brighter. But yeah, it looks kind of like that, which is still awesome with the lights down. Or she let the camera drown out, and it kind of looks even more awesome. But yeah, it's not quite that bright, obviously. But man, that's really cool to look at.